Hey everyone, Retro Leo back with another comic review. I'm joined today by my son Blake. Today we are going to be reviewing Avengers Empire #0, the beginning to Marvel's next big storyline, Empire. The story starts with the Kree massacring the Qatari, and the Kree saying that they're no longer going to be used by the Skrulls, basically. And when the Skrulls arrive, they declare war on them, and this war has carried on for centuries. So, we're all hearing this because Tony Stark had seen how the war had started, and as we go to the next page, Tony Stark wakes up from a nightmare that he was having, seeing how the war started all those centuries ago. So, at the Avengers base, they get a page from Carol Danvers saying that there's trouble on the moon. T'Challa says the blue area on the moon is a pocket of Earth-type atmosphere created as the arena for the contest I dreamed about. And when they get to the moon, it's no longer blue, and they realize that the Qatari have grown it into a lush garden. So, and they don't know exactly how that happened. So they get off the ship, and Captain America says, I've been in a lot of battles over the years, and I've been in a lot of jungles, and there's things you learn to block out, like bugs and trees noise, and I get none of that here. And She-Hulk says to him, well, this is a forest on the moon, Cap, so it's probably different. So they're then attacked by a creature that has a Kree body, but the head, they're not sure what it is. So the Avengers assemble and they start fighting it, but it's getting the best of them. And this Qatari shows up to save them, and this Qatari just happens to turn out to be the swordsman, an old Avenger that died in a battle. He also became trained Hawkeye and several different weapons, but his favorite being his bow. And the swordsman had originally joined the Avengers to betray them, but he couldn't do it and ended up dying as a sacrifice. So that made him honorable enough to be reborn as a Qatari. And he tells them that when he was reborn as a Qatari, him and Mantis had a son named Sequoia, but to his friends his name is Koi. And Koi is supposed to be the Messiah who will save the universe from all evil. So Thor had teamed up with Masoi, or Koi, however you pronounce his name, I'm not really sure, in the past, and they take him to a part of the, well, I guess Blake's leaving. They take him to a part of the moon where the old Skrull Empire was, where it's just desolate, and Thor says, well, there's atmosphere here, so that means there can be weather, and Thor calls forth the rain to basically bring all the green out in this area that was just a wasteland, basically. So the next thing that happens is they're all sitting around a fire eating some food, and Carol, I'm trying to think, is it Sequoia? Yeah, Sequoia tells the Avengers what's going on, and that the Skrulls have found a leader, a naive leader, who is, if you've read Empire #1 so far, it turns out to be Hulkling. But he's naive, and they're basically telling him that he needs to destroy the Qatari, but the people that are behind him just want the Qatari dead. So Hulkling is believing everything Super Skrull, and I don't remember this woman's name, but he's believing everything they say to him, So he's leading an invasion force of Skrull and Kree ships to destroy the Katati. And so Carol Danvers says to Tony, you remember what happened the last time we saw a Kree and Skrull? And she says, they were both murdered, and we saw one killed by a tree bursting out of him right after getting a message saying to, and I quote, beware the trees. So Tony kind of says, and this is why I have speakers, and he gives a speech saying, this is a battle that not one hero can handle, and this is what the Avengers are for. And Carol Danvers basically says, why don't you just say the words? And Tony says, that's why I put speakers in here. And he says, Avengers assemble, and tells the Kree and the Skrull to send all the ships that it doesn't matter, that they will be victorious, no matter who gets in our way. And the book ends with a picture of the Fantastic Four in the Fantasta jet or car, whatever it is. And I've reviewed that one also. Me personally, I liked the Fantastic Four book better. I thought it had a better story. Maybe this will get better as it goes. I did enjoy Empire, but now that I've read both of these, I intend to go read Empire again so I can understand it a bit more. So anyway, I would say pick it up just because you really need to read this and Fantastic Four to understand Empire #1. I know that now. So until next time, Retro Leo out.